It does not intend to insult or hurt the feelings of Muslims, but its purpose is to show that apostates are human who have feelings and must be given the right to express themselves against their former religion without fear of facing persecution or harm. Simon Wilder, quoting Walt Whitman, Song of myself, you shall no longer take things at second or third hand, not look through the eyes of the dead, nor feed on the spectres in books. You shall not look through my eyes either, nor take things from me. You shall listen to all sides, and filter them from yourself. Move ye with honors. Just when you think you know something, taking a break, just a pause here. Trust that your beliefs are unique, your own, even though others may think them odd or unpopular, even though the herd may go, that's bad. Robert Frost said, two roads diverged in the wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. This is a battle, a war, and the casualties could be your hearts and souls. Remove Islamic laws. Break free from Islam and religious beliefs. Hello, greetings. This is me here, Zara Jawad, and my other channel, Zara Berserk #1. I've been coming live here, and I tried to come live earlier here, but it didn't work. So did a live stream there, 2 live streams on my first channel, and now I'm doing a live stream here. I have 146 subscribers. Thank you for being here and subscribing. And I really need serious, honest people. Sorry about the introduction video. I had to pause for a while and checking my sound here from another tab. So maybe an echo came and the sound of my voice came from this other tab. So a little bit of a mess up in my introduction. So I apologize for that. And in Iran, what's happening is there are some women, female girls who are saying that they don't want uh, the hijab to be mandatory in Iran. But I've noticed that all the news, even coming from the West, okay, it's coming from the West, and we have a fear of the West, America, the #1 terrorist, and manipulating and exploiting Muslim weaknesses, countries, and all this. But I've noticed that no one speaks about the fact that Islam is a lie when they talk about having, no, that the hijab should not be mandatory in Iran.
they should have the free will or choice about this. So hardly anyone and honest enough to say, Islam, well, is a lie because that can never come, right? We are so afraid to be killed if we dare say that. So, seeing how the guards or the Iranian guards work against those who, you know, have not put their hijabs properly is sad. Sometimes they're manhandled and all that. So, I heard in some news that even the hijabis say that they should not be handled like that. I don't know why my thing is going a bit funny. Tone is going a bit funny here. So actually, we also don't look at the rare cases where Islam and our Maulanas and religious scholars have failed to reach out and work with the family members like a husband and wife, counsel them properly. We lack that. We lack an organized system in Shia Islam too, where we have so many Maulvis, Maulanas, even in Pakistan, Sayyids who fail to come to the house or we go to them, marriage couples go to them for counseling, or even the elders in the family fail to explain. Uh, we had because I found a Christian counselor for my case long time ago, and he came to my place and spoke to my mother about my father's second official marriage that he had officially announced. How many mutas he did, I don't know. And I know about his other marriage in 1986 to a woman who was a dancer because she came out in the gunguru, the bells that they wear on their feet. Okay, so we don't. It's really sad to see. Here I am, bleeding and risking my life. I've risked my life, so no one cares about that, and no one even bothers to mention the rare cases where the husband takes custody, gets the custody of the child at what age in Islam and Shia Islam. I just checked Wikipedia. It gave me on Shia Islam 3 years or 2 years. What is it? So I can check again if you like, or whether I should or not. It's only me here. And I think I'm losing as, because Islam, you can't criticize Islam. If you criticize Islam, you die. You're imprisoned. Here it is. The children of Sharia. Oh, this is, sorry, this is not Wikipedia. This is Circuit Court of Cook County. Excuse me. Uh, so I'm having some some pain here. I don't know whether this is gastric or angina pain. So sorry about that. Take mutual counsel together according to what is just and reasonable. Quran ayat, right? and then you can read this. Fatima, what is the consensus among scholars on the age criteria of children when parents cannot agree on custodial rights? Sayyid, there is no consensus among the scholars, but the general rule among the scholars is that when parents separate and they cannot agree on the issue of custody, then the mother would attain custody of the boy until the age of 2 and the daughter until the age of 7. However, this rule is conditional and dealt with accordingly, case by case. If both parents are faithful and honorable, then the Islamic judge would order the first few years of the child's life to be with the mother. This is an essential developmental time for a child, and the parent the best fits in catering to the needs of a child during those years is the mother. In most cases, girls, because of their natures, and are entitled to be in the care of their mothers for a longer period than boys. Fatima, would Islam consider the child's preference of which parent they would wish to live with? Sayyid, if the child had reached the age of maturity and was responsible in determining what was best for their well being, then the Islamic judge would consider the child's preference. Fatima, considering both parents were qualified religiously, morally, and financially, and each parent wanted custody of the child, how would Islam normally deal with such cases? Sayyid, presuming that both parents wanted custody of the child and both were qualified in the areas you mentioned, the father would attain financial and custodial rights of the children. There are many reasons as to why Islam has held the father to be the legal guardian of the children, the most critical of which is remarrying. In most cases, after couples divorce, they remarry. The chances of a man remarrying with children are much better than a woman with children. As unwarranted as it may be, the children may become an impediment to the woman trying to remarry. Scholars also take into consideration that if the children are brought into the home of another man, they may not be fully accepted. Reasons such as the ones mentioned are an attempt to preserve and safeguard the children as well as the parents. Fatima, mothers shall give suck to their offspring for 2 whole years if the father desires to complete the term. Surah Baqarah, ayat 233. In the Quran, implying that the father has the decisive right of whether or not the mother will nurse the child. Sayyid, in the original text of the Quran, which was written in Arabic, the Quran states that both parents must mutually agree to complete the feeding term, not only the father. Fatima, what would be the grounds for the mother to be granted full custodial rights? Sayyid, there are many reasons. For example, any form of cruelty, violence, neglect, or mistreatment of the child on the father's part would affect this decision. Furthermore, if the father were morally corrupt, irreligious, or indecent, these would also be decisive factors. Fatma, in some instances where a father has died, the paternal grandfather attempts to claim custodial rights of the children. Does Islam permit the grandfather the right to take possession of the children while the mother is present and capable of raising them? Sayyid, in the absence of the father, Islam permits only the paternal grandfather, if he chooses, custodial rights of the children. However, if the mother is financially and ethically capable of raising her children without any form of negligence, then she may petition the Islamic courts. So she has to petition the Islamic courts or take her case to a religious scholar to secure the custody of her children. So she has to take a case. Otherwise, the paternal grandfather gets the right of the child. Hijab, which is now in Iran a burning issue, whether it should be mandatory or not. Why are Muslim women required to cover? Sayyid. Scholars have established various explanations elucidating the subject of women covering. The two essential reasons as to why Muslim women must cover are to protect and defend women as well as society. My God, here we have a huge responsibility. Covering is a form of protection, maintenance of chastity, and aid in the avoidance of negative temptations in society for women and men alike. When women cover, they provide dimensions of moral character and dignity, not only for themselves but also for society. Oh, goodness. In general, men tend to be initially inclined and instinctively attracted to physical beauty of women. Women are also attracted to men, but in general, the physical structure of women is more personable than that of men. This is one additional reason why Muslim women are required to cover. Most importantly, however, it is to protect women from being victimized. It is well noted that throughout history, women have been victims of physical, mental, and emotional abuse within societies. Many societies have exploited and dishonored women. Therefore, Islam wanted and wants to shield her honor and dignity by protecting her physical nature. Okay, so besides protecting the honor of women, Islam wants to inculcate upon men the importance of women in the sphere of life. Men are to regard women in a dignified manner. So, not their looks, but that they are dignified. So, what nature has given us, we have to cover ourselves because nature has made women like that. So, we'll be molested, victimized. Men, men's structure is a different way. So against so in one way, God says that Allah having a son is against nature, and in another way, Islam tells you that women's structure is such which nature has given her, so that's to cover herself. You see here, I think it is a monstrous thing and it's against nature, right? And against nature. So many things in Islam I can point out and say why this and that. But on this topic, I'll just say that if it's a woman's natural structure, that she should protect herself protect herself from her natural structure. Now, here, on the other hand, in the Surah Maryam, we are told, why do you call Jesus Christ? Why do you say it is against the nature of God or nature? Let's see how it's put, this ayat. Let's be sure how the wordings are. Your Lord said, this is an easy thing for me. You have committed a monstrous thing. Maybe it's in the later ayats too. Oh God. Against nature that Allah should have a son. Ayat 88 to 92. So if we tell the men that women have been given this by nature, I hope they understand that it is not the woman's fault of having such a structure that attracts men then. And they say the most merciful has taken for himself a son. 89. You have done an atrocious thing. 90. The heavens almost rupture their form, and the earth splits open, and the mountains collapse in devastation. 91. That they attribute to the most merciful a son. It is not appropriate for the most merciful that he should take a son. Let's see if it's against nature of God, or it does not befit the most compassionate Lord that he should take a son. Did I repeat this? There is no one in the heavens and earth but that he comes to the most merciful as a servant. He has enumerated them and counted them a full counting. And all of them are coming to him on the day of resurrection alone. Indeed, those who have believed and done. Okay. So this thing I uh, confess, whereby the heavens are almost torn. So this I interpret it as being against the nature, being against nature and the nature of God. So, the nature, heavens would almost be torn apart, and the earth be split asunder, and the mountains fall in ruins. That they attribute to the most merciful a son, right? So it's against nature. That's why the heaven, that's what I thought, and the nature of God. So the nature of us women, some of us, we could improve our, bodies. So you men just have to take it because, some of us in sports and all this. I've worn shorts in Karachi American School and all this swimsuit. No American has ever come in a bad way to me. I could trust, even go there in the evening to use the swimming pool after the sports PE classes. And no American boy came in uh, you know, on our side of the changing rooms and started to molest us. Or so It was a great American system in Karachi American School. Now here we have that, but to tell you the truth, I'd be really scared to go in a Pakistani uh, swimming pool, a local swimming pool in Pakistan, a club or something. So how they are disciplined, that strict laws they don't use. At the Karachi American School, I can give you an example of Karachi American School where I was long time ago, but then I left it because of my problem with my teacher. We couldn't get along. She wasn't happy with my behavior, and I couldn't give her what she wanted. So I had to leave it, and then when I wanted to go back, it was their rule that they don't take students who leave school. So they disciplined us in a way that we wouldn't even chatter in classes, talk to our friends while the teacher is giving a lecture. Our classroom was pin drop silence from elementary to high school without any warning from the teacher. So this because, maybe the teacher was made her thing, her the subject so interesting, and we had homework and we had to get our work done. If we miss something, then we'll miss out on good grades. But what I don't know what it was. I kept thinking about it. So we were given the responsibility. It wasn't like stand outside. If I saw you talking to your friend, you student, you go and stand outside class. They didn't treat us like that. Or, you know, ne- uh, stay here after school, write 100 times. I will not talk to my friend in class. I will be quiet. I will listen to my teacher. So these harsh punishments were done away with in Karachi American School. But I guess it was on, you say it was only one school, an American school in Karachi. But we don't know about the other schools in Lahore American School, what happens in International School, Islamabad, what happens, right? And another thing is that, of course, Iranians cannot come out, not one of them has come out and said, challenged Islam, because they'll be killed. If I do this in Iran, I would be killed. By now, you wouldn't see me. Sorry, I don't know how to read this. Hello? Can you write in English? So if nature has given us this, and on one hand you're saying it's against God and nature also, that the nature heavens also raptured therefrom, and earth splits open and the mountains collapse in devastation, that you ascribe a son to Allah, the most merciful, or attribute, ascribe or attribute, ascribe. They invoke to the most gracious a son. Actually, it's invoke, not even attribute and not even ascribe. The translations are wrong. But then the point here is that nature bust. So nature has given us this body, this shape. And are you going to point at nature and say, no, no, the girls should be in hijab, should be covered? This is our nature, sorry. Men just have to get used to it. It is maybe some people have, nice waist, some women, girls. Thank you. Sorry, I cannot read in Devanagari or Sanskrit. So I don't know your name, but welcome. Uh, I should welcome you here. Uh, so now the thing is, it's against nature to, but a woman's body, what is this? What I read earlier on, right? So that's why in this Shia's website about the hijab, Islam wants to inculcate upon men the importance of women in the sphere of life, but not her physical nature. And so to protect and shield her honor and dignity by protecting her physical nature. Then Girgit, Acha, your name is Girgit. Is that like chameleon? Oh, it's a funny name. Sorry. And so it's is your name Girgit? Sorry, I don't mean to be rude or anything, but it is strange. Girgit, the one who changes its color with the nature. I'm from India. Okay, welcome, Indian. Welcome. Are you a Muslim? Okay, so this and the mutta thing I read out mutta for pleasure and the custody of a child I read out here, but the mutta thing I read out on my first channel. I'm Hindu. So what brings you here? Actually, I want Muslims to come here. And please, no personal attack, but what I want is that you honestly, you can, when I see the honesty in you, I will really appreciate that. If you can challenge me honestly, although I don't like debates, because in debates we can have our egos come up. Have you read the book I'm Okay, You're Okay? Or, the games people play? So if you hit the person's ego, then the ego will come up. Debates usually bring up the ego arguments. So we want a discussion, we want honest searching and honest feedback. Not something like you should respect Islam or respect our feelings and respect this religion. Uh, this is research on what is true in Islam, if Islam is true or false. And now I've reached the conclusion that Islam is a lie and it has deceived and betrayed us. And thus Prophet Muhammad betrayed us about Islam. Uh, Sorry, I think you are here to learn and find information. That's okay, you're most welcome. But I would really appreciate Muslims coming here and give me a discussion that we can have, like honestly discovering, right? Sorry about that, but I would really appreciate Muslims to come here. Uh, so you're saying women are made in nature, like the Shia side says, and to protect that nature of hers, that natural body, physical body that nature has given us, we need to cover it up. Isn't that going against nature? Aren't the men supposed to accept in nature what is? As in Surah Maryam, the ayat that it is against God's nature, and it is even against nature. In other words, the ayat in Surah Maryam that God should have a merciful, that a son should be invoked to God. Attributed or ascribed to God. So, do you see this? We have a problem here at hand. We have a contradiction. So, sorry, here, you see, the way a female is made, and throughout this making, the natural, physical, emotional abuse within societies, okay, exploited, dishonored women, to shield her honor and dignity by protecting her physical nature. So you see, her physicality is naturally like this. Nature has given us this. If you can't accept, how can men not accept the natural physical way, the way the woman is made? And they use that. Something has gone somewhere. And Islam is just like a gloss over, or, plaster it, plastering it, covering. So men are supposed to also lower their gaze, but since men's natural physique is such that they do not attract much attention from women, so leave that out. Men do not have to cover themselves like women do. So about the term hijab, you can read all this on your own, please. This is Fatima Saleh, A New Perspective, Women in Islam. And also the custody of children, you can read that. But I think it is quite wrong that the child then goes to the father in Shia Islam, but and then to the grandfather, and the mother has to uh, take recourse, call on the court, go to the court, or to the religious scholar, or to the Sharia court, her Shia court. Now, if I can explain something, uh, so let's see, I've got this ready. So I've done a live stream on this. You can check on my first channel, Zara Berserk, Exia Truth Seeker, Exia 1. What does Allah want? So He wants a single community. Surah 10, verse 19, and mankind was not but one community, united in religion, but then they differed. And then in Surah Baqarah, I'm just reading the main parts of the of the ayat, sorry. Surah 2, verse ayat 213, mankind was of one ummat before their deviation. Then Allah sent the prophets. Word by word, if you even read it. Ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali, hi brother. I'm a sister. I'm humanitarian, so support you. Islamic cults is very horrible. Okay, thank you for your support so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you for being here. I think then you're here as my supporter, my guardian angel. Join Shaukat ji. Shaukat Ali. How are you, Zara? I'm a sister. I'm a female, not a brother. I'm okay, thank you. Not so well. I have to struggle. A bit tired now since I did 2 live streams before on my first channel. So I'm getting more subscribers on my first channel. Hope you even also check my first channel. It's okay. Thank you. How are you, ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali? What is your story behind being an ex-Muslim? One day I must ask you this. So I'm getting a lot of feedback here. Unlike my first channel, I should come here, although there are more subscribers on my first channel, Zahra Berserk, Truth Seeker, ex Shia One. Shaukat is ex-Muslim from Shia community. Oh, really? Oh, I would need. I'd really like to know how you left Islam and became an ex-Muslim. Shaukat Bhai, brother, do you know Urdu? Sorry, I said I don't know how to read in Urdu, so please don't write in Roman English Urdu, right? Shaukat is an ex from Shia community. Wow. Okay, so brother Shaukat, can you tell us how you and why you left Islam and your Shia community? I would really appreciate that. So I question these two ayahs. Now, when you leave the fear and when you're searching as a truth seeker, even your own religion, so that you can see to the heights of what heights of truth and justice that you can then proclaim to the world. Ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali says, I left Islam 1 year ago. And what made you leave Islam 1 year ago? I would appreciate it if you would give me an answer on that. So, what I had to question, I had to push myself to find out whether this Allah is just. That when was humanity, mankind, one ummat, not religion, although the translation I've chosen here says one religion. So in Surah Maida, ayah 27, we're told, and I checked this in the Bible also, that the two sons of Adam that it's talking about, this verse is referring to, are Cain and Abel, Abil and Kabil. And they were the first born, like I think one of the firstborn sons, right? So was Adam, oh, there was only Adam and Hawa on earth. So when was, ask yourselves, mankind was one ummat. When was that? Because not even in Islam, like since Adam had sons, and these two sons, one sacrifice was accepted by Allah, and the other son's sacrifice was not accepted by Allah. And there are reasons. You can read the context of this ayat and find the reasons behind it. But the thing is, even Adam, the most pure being on earth, and Hawa, their sons were, the one son was bad, had bad intentions. So when was humanity? Oh, sorry, I didn't read this. Do you know Urdu? Uh, kind of, but it's better that you tell me in English, please. Not too good in Urdu. Can't read Urdu, I'm illiterate. Oh, yeah, the live stream link I cannot send here because I don't have that. I don't know how to. So I don't have an encoder. I don't know what you need for this, an encoder and all this. So I cannot send you a link and I don't know how to send it for you to join me. Sorry, ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali. So when was humankind one ummat? When Hazrat Adam was there, and only Abil, Hazrat Adam and Hawa were there. Because when even this from this Muslim Khalifa, the first on earth, first man on earth, believer, after being tested up high above in heaven and all this given, and then coming down, and God gave him the ways to, ask for forgiveness, pray to God for forgiveness, and God forgave him, God taught him. So his one other son, and God doesn't accept the sacrifice of. And of course, that son is blamed for having bad intentions or whatever. But when then was there mankind was one ummat? Actually, there's a mistranslation here. It's not religion, it's one community. So, this you can see the Quran, you can't find that now. Although there are ayats where God says that if God had willed, He would have made all of you one, all humanity, human beings, one community. But He, lets go astray one who chooses to or wants to go astray. So here, Adam's one son chose to go astray. No, sorry, ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali, I cannot tell you where I'm from. But can you please, okay, ma'am, if you don't know how to send the link, can you please tell me, what made you leave Islam and Shia Islam in particular? Okay, difference between wasila and taking partners besides Allah. Now I found this again. I don't remember whether I've uploaded an old video on this, Surah 10, verse 18, when I was doing the polytheists versus Muslims. No, I do not live in Pakistan. No, I don't live in Pakistan. I used to live in Pakistan. And they worship other than Allah that which neither harms them nor benefits them. And they say these are our intercessors with Allah. Say, do you inform Allah of something He does not know in the heavens or on the earth? Exalted is He and high above what they associate with Him. Now, for the polytheists, the way this surah is written, the wordings of the surah are really uh, like bemusing, really amusing. And they worship other than Allah that which neither harms them nor benefits them. And they say, Okay, so they worship someone other than Allah and they say these are our intercessors with Allah. Islam, Quran has intercession and it's allowed. And Prophet Muhammad is taken by some Muslims as an intercessor. Because of the Quran ayats that imply that Prophet Muhammad is an intercessor, so Shias take Prophet Muhammad as an intercessor, Imam Ali as an intercessor, Panjatan Pak, right? So, but here the way this verse is written for the polytheists is like they worship other than Allah. Firstly, the beginning of the verse. They worship other than Allah that which neither harms them nor benefits them. Now tell me, can anything harm you or benefit you if if God doesn't will it? So how will Prophet Muhammad benefit you? How will Prophet Muhammad's um, intercession benefit you? Because see how this verse is. They worship other than Allah. So anything other than Allah, that which neither harms them nor benefits them. And they say these are our intercessors with Allah. Now let's say we look at the idols, Allah, Manat, and all that, right? But behind that idol could be someone in human form, like in Hinduism we see. Now you see, for example, Ram's idol is made, Buddha's idol is made. But before that, Buddha existed. Even forget Hinduism. Let's take Buddhism. It was a long story. It's difficult to describe the incidents here. It has been a long journey that led to leaving Islam. Okay, ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali, I'm really sorry. Yes, I cannot, send you the stream, but what you can do is, it's a long story. I would really like to hear that. Why don't you put it on your channel, come live, or make a video? Have you made a video on your channel, YouTube channel, as ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali? And explain it to us, please. I would really like to know. It would really help me. Now, the other part of this, Surah Yunus, ayat 18, or you can even get in touch with ex-Muslim, friendly ex-Muslim, Abdullah Samir is there, apostate prophet is there, apostate Aladdin is there. They will give you the link and you can go there and, tell them, you can call them. They take apostate Aladdin takes callers also. It would be really interesting and helpful to learn what made you leave Islam and Shia Islam in particular. Okay, the other part of this ayat is that worship other than Allah, that which neither harms them nor benefits them. You see, these people, they use these intercessors with, so these are their intercessors with Allah. Then, I mean, they're intercessors. But to put it this way, that which neither harms them nor benefits them, they could be a mercy from Allah sent on earth, sign of Allah sent on earth. So that's why they're used as intercessors by them, by the disbelievers, policies. I already went there. I have a YouTube channel named Ex Muslim Shaukat Ali. Yes, this is on this, right? You are on that. You've come on that name. I already went there. Oh, okay. So, did you give your story there as Ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali. Which channel did you go to? So here, intercession allowed in Islam. Guardians strive hard. No, wait, this one, sorry. Surah Maida, verse 35, seek the means of approach to him. Sunni Shias have differences in this. There's Sunni Muslims, non-Shia Muslims. Some say the seeking of approach to him is through prayers, fasting, and the rituals you do to worship Allah. But the Shias have a different meaning also. They include the intercession of Prophet Muhammad, and since, yes, I shared my story on different YouTube channels. Oh, okay, because maybe I've stopped going there much to the different YouTube channels. That's why I haven't heard of you. This is the first time I've heard of you. So if you can, while I'm explaining this, can you write it down here? Sorry, I'm giving you the trouble to. I know it won't be the same, but what was the first time that or what was that first thing that made you leave Islam? Or were there a series of things and then you went through some torture and torment and then, you know, and then you said, but this time this is going to make me, I will leave Islam now. So when was that time when you said, I'm going to leave Islam now? So these are the verses of intercession. Here it's implied, Surah Nisa 64, if when they had wronged themselves, they had come to you and asked forgiveness from God, and the messenger had asked forgiveness for them, they would have found God relenting, merciful. Implied intercession. Surah 5, verse 55. Verily, your wali, protector, or helper, friend is none other than Allah. Now, it's not only Allah, it's His messenger and the believers, those who perform a salat and give zakat as they go in ruku, while they are in ruku. The Shia interpretation of this verse. Translation of this verse. So the Shias have their context that Imam Ali was the believer who gave zakat while in ruku to Gabriel, angel Gabriel, who came to him in the mosque as a beggar, disguised as a beggar, and asked, well, he didn't come to him, but he asked for something. He was begging. In the mosque he came, begging, and Imam Ali gave him his ring while in ruku. But you see, again, for the polytheists, intercessors, the way Allah puts it, Surah Zumar Ayat 3, true devotion is due to God alone. As for those who choose other protectors besides Him, saying we only worship them because they bring us nearer to God. You see, we only worship them because they bring us nearer to God. God Himself will judge between them regarding their differences. God does not guide any ungrateful liar. Now, God has called them a liar. And here in this verse, God says, I may not have completed this. Say, do you inform Allah of something He does not know in the heavens or on the earth? Okay, let's see what now. Ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali. For the very first time when I read the Quran with a translated version in my mother tongue, then I doubted on its contents. I see, interesting. How many years ago was it? Anyhow, if you don't want to say how many years ago, uh, you can say, you can share with us, Acha, so what So you doubted in all of it or in some of the ayats? In all of its contents, you doubted, or just some? 2 years ago. I see. So you're new. Uh, can there be anything then that, since you yourself saw that, how did you realize that? How did you doubt the contents through some of the verses? Yes, because there are some good verses too. I can accept that. And so, was it through reason? I'm 35 years old. Okay. I'm 54 years old. I'm old, much older than you. So, do you think any other reason that can, let's say, what was it the reasoning power you used? It must be reasoning. You must have seen some discrepancies. Are you a scientist? Are you a medical doctor? Did you use your mind, your reasoning? Quran divides whole humanity in the two. No, but it says that the Quran does not. How does Quran divide the whole humanity in the two? In two? Oh, believers and disbelievers. Differences. You see, if Quran accepted whole humanity for humanity's sake, Momin Kafir. Acha, thank you for your. Uh, you see, Quran divisions, you can take them as differences. But what it does is it doesn't accept the Christians, it doesn't accept the Jews, and it doesn't really accept them. Believers versus disbelievers. If okay, it's there. So we also have these atheists, right? We call atheists, and I'm on the spiritual path. I'm not an atheist. But the thing is that did you use your reason, like I'm showing you here, right? For some Quran ayats that there are discrepancies in the Quran ayats. I mean, this could be on the whole, yeah. We have different cultures, but does it accept the other different culture? I'm not an atheist at all. Okay, you are also not an atheist. But does the Quran, have you ever asked yourself, it divides, but we also divide. We have differences in culture, West world, then the East. Okay. So here, what I wanted to, okay, back here, oh, you have believed, obey Allah and obey the Messenger and authority, and those in authority among you. So these in authority among you can harm you, can cause you harm. They are in authority over you. They are controlling your lives. They don't even cause you harm, or it's above harm, and they have control. You have given them your lives. And so this ayat is for those who believe, those who have believed. Obey Allah, obey the Messenger, and ibadah in ibadah comes the Messenger is a thing. So implied that, in ibadah comes obedience to Allah, right? There's one condition in ibadah. So you're obeying the Messenger means you are worshipping the Messenger also along with Allah. And now let's see the way Allah has questioned these disbelievers for having intercessors with Allah. Say, do you inform Allah of something He does not know in the heavens or on the earth? Do you think this would be a good way of questioning them? Huh? Human beings are divided. There are differences in human beings, and not even one human being is the same as the other, right? Ex Muslim Shaukat Ali, it still would not be a good enough reason, right? Maybe it is for you. That's really great. If you sincerely, honestly feel that Quran divides whole humanity into two, and you feel this is wrong, that there should have only been humanity first and foremost, then whatever religion you want to choose, it's up to you for moral values or whatever reason you want. But this is very good that you used your mind, and if you sincerely, honestly feel that this is wrong, the way Quran divides whole humanity into two. And then what about the other religions also do that? But if you sincerely feel that all these religions divide humanity into two, you know, Christians, non Christians, Jews, non Jews, Buddhists, non Buddhists, Hindus, non Hindus, Muslims, non Muslims, then that's something great. That means you're you've gone higher than the mind. This kind of reasoning given in, you should see humanity as a whole. So you've used your heart's intelligence, and you can become a compassionate person, or that you are a compassionate person, because you only see humanity. And you see no religious reason why, given by religions, moral reasons, any reasons that humanity should be divided. And it's surprising that as a Shia you say this, because were we not told that Imam Hussein stood for humanity? So there, what do you say? Okay, now here, Surah 10, Ayat 18, say, do you inform Allah of something He does not know in the heavens? Are they really informing Allah? Or are they telling someone like the Prophet? The Prophet may be asking them, right? You worship which neither harms nor benefits them. They say, these are our intercessors. Of course, they're not answering Allah, they're answering the questions given by prophets to them. And the Prophet says, Wahi is coming, revelation is coming to the Prophet. Remember this. So Jibrail comes again and says, tell them, do you inform Allah of something He does not know in the heavens or on the earth? Exalted is He and high above what they associate with Him. You see, here they've put, these are our intercessors with Allah. And another point I forgot to mention in my my live stream, my first channel, twice I've done it on this. That what are they blamed for? Another thing, exalted is He and high above what they associate with Him. So any sort of intercessors they worship besides Allah is that they've made partners to Allah, right? But the Quran ayats implied, not to forget Surah Fat ayat 9, which is mistranslated by all Muslims, translators of the Quran. Glorify him morning and evening. It's not Allah, it's Muhammad. So it's implied in these ayats that Rasulullah is the intercessor. Now let's check Surah. Let's check the word by word from Quran.com. Surah Yunus. Oh, I always miss the Surah Yunus, but it does correct me. Surah Yunus, ayat 18, 19. Oh, no, yes, 18. Let's see if Quran.com. Do they say we associate with Allah or do they say we, let's see the translation word by word. Although sometimes there's a problem with the word, your word by word translation, but this is the best I can do here. And they worship from other than Allah that which not does not harm them. Okay, they've used the word worship. Allah has used the word worship here. Harm them, nor does benefit them. And they say, these are our intercessors. Shufa. Shufa'una. Shafi. Shifa. Intercessors. I'm not an atheist at all. Quran divides up. We should seek the supreme power in own internally. Yes, yes. And even the Sunni Muslims say this, that we should seek directly from God. Some of the Muslims say, non-Shia Muslims say, not to go to Imam Ali, not to use this intercessors. So you see, it says intercessors. Do you see this? Quran ayat word by word. Shafa. Shafa means intercession. And so they are blamed for what? Associating with them. You see how the Quran ayats have betrayed the Muslims? I wonder if you see this. Can you for now see this Shaukat, ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali? Can you for now see this? No, no, even the non-Shia Muslims say that you should go directly to seek the supreme power directly and not through this, through Rasulullah. Durud Sharif be, okay, they say Durud Sharif they can read, recite. But Allah, if you love Allah, follow me. So the Muslims are followers of Prophet Muhammad. Then Allah will love you. You see, another thing is that this this way of questioning and blaming. That's why we have the Sunni Muslims, and there's a conflict between Sunnis and Shias. We should seek the supreme. Oh, sorry. No, I don't mean that. Okay, you don't mean that. Okay. You see, yes, here in Surah Zariyat, what you are saying, it means that you should seek God within yourself, right? So, good point you gave me, reminder. I was just going to go to Surah Zariyat and show you here. Now, these poor polytheists could be, their evidence is very difficult because even if I don't know whether they had the book or not, but they had idols. So they point to the idols that God gave me a sign. So you are, surely you are at variance about the year after. Hmm? Deferring speech. So you are in deferring speech, you have different languages. Perhaps in your silence you find something we don't know. Deluded away from it. He who is deluded. Destroyed are the Where's that ayat? Day of recompense will be told, taste your. Accepting what the Lord has given them. Okay, the good doers, the believers. They used to sleep but little in the night, hours before they asked forgiveness. And from their properties was their given right, needy petitioner, as if the polytheist didn't give water to the pilgrims. And on the earth are signs for the certain in faith. So those certain in faith, not even like believers, you know what here it's higher than what is the certain in faith, certainty in faith. What kind of believers, what position they hold. On earth there are signs for those with sure faith. Muqinin, not even mu'minin, muqinin now. And in yourselves, then will you not see? So, what if this polytheist said that these intercessors showed us that there are signs in ourselves that we were using them as intercessors, right? So they were showing in us. That's why we worship them. Uh, I cannot say this right now. Do you live in the Western country? Right now, it's not important where I live, but I live, wherever I live, I'm in danger. And I don't think the Muslims will like this wherever I am. Yeah, I'm an ex Pakistani. Please don't call me Pakistani because even Pakistanis, they betrayed me and I never felt like a Pakistani. So please don't call me Pakistani. Pakistan is for Kashmir. Pakistan is for Punjabis. And the whole Pakistan is army. It's for the army. Uh, so please don't say that I'm from Pakistan. And also in your own selves will you not then see? So like Buddha came and guided you how to, find the truth. Who are you? So some even worship Buddha. So have you found in yourself Kashmir is of India? No, no. Kashmir is uh, Kashmiri Muslims are Kashmir is Pakistan, for Pakistan, by Pakistan, made in Pakistan. You know, Forget India, Hindus, Hindus, Hindus. Nijis, Kashmiri Muslims want Pakistan. Okay, sorry. Uh, Girgit says sorry. no, no, where Kashmir? Ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali brother. Kashmir for Kashmir. There was never India. India, nothing. Kashmir, Muslims, Pakistan. One Kashmiri lady, woman in Pakistan, we feel like the whole Pakistan for her. She betray so nicely using Ziol Haq, us. She betray eh, eh, Pakistan, Kashmir, not India, not India. You not know ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali, brother. Kashmir, Pakistan, no India. What India? Kashmir is the integral part of India. Please. Ask Kashmiri Muslims, they don't want to be from India, right? They're Pakistanis. And Pakistan want Kashmir Muslims. Now, what do you say about that? So we come to politics now. Azad Kashmir, and Muslim Kashmir. Kashmir Muslims. What can I say? What else can I say? All Pandits they kill. Kashmir Muslim. And in yourself, Kashmir Muslim land. Prophet Muhammad uh, have anything there? Maybe he have his Muslims there, you see. They cannot take from India, India, India. All Kashmir belongs to India. Oh, we wish that the Muslims would, Hindus and Muslims can they ever live together? So where is this yourself? Here in the ayat. Can you show me? Which part? Souls have inclination to go become evil. So Buddha, follow Buddha. See, I find the new video on Buddha. Now, when I act funny, I put on sorry if I don't mean to be rude or anything, but just joking, trying to be a clown. So, and in yourselves, then will you not see what a tragedy. This is nafs, huh? Then in Surah Allah, if you tell me to go there, purify yourself, it do not say nafs. It just say purify something, yours, without the nafs, right? How are we to purify? What are we to purify? Our being. We are supposed to purify our being. Those are the successful. Now, who are okay, in the world, achievers, ambitious people are successful. You already read Buddha. That's good. Have you come across this? What the Buddha said recently? Oh, I cannot. So there was this very good thing about Buddha. I can show you on YouTube a good video, but I cannot show you right now. Okay, back to this ayat. Buddha says, asks people, like, who are you? Oops. Okay, this is my, oh, where's my, no, this is my, these are my videos, my channel. Have you joined this channel of mine, Zahra Berserk? Okay, I would, shall I take more of your, just concentrate on your, here it is. Go to Zahra Berserk. Betrayed by Prophet Muhammad and his religion. Have you checked this channel of mine? This is my channel. Huh? I already read Buddha. I do Vipassana regularly. What's Vipassana? Sorry, I don't know what Vipassana is. So I'm not into any religion or anything right now. Just that maybe Jiddu Krishnamurti and all. Buddha. To be a Buddha, you have to leave the world. You have to divorce the world, like Imam Ali said. I've divorced the world because the latest video I saw on Buddha, you know, he did such a strict thing, leaving the world and having one grain of rice every day, just one grain of rice, until his brain sharpened to what heights. So I said, to be the Buddha, you have to be in the forest, leave everything, and do strict disciplining yourself. Strict disciplining, where even like you don't take any intercessors or anyone. Acha, Vipassana is a kind of meditation. Jiddu Krishnamurti also, Osho, also I. Okay, you read Jiddu Krishnamurti. So, what would you? Is there any other reason you left Islam? Did you see Quranic in the Quran ayats anything else like that did not satisfy your reasoning? Ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali says Jiddu Krishnamurti also or Osho he read. How many channels do I have? Well, I have many, but right now active. Old are gone. I don't use them anymore. But these two channels on YouTube are there. I'm active on mostly Zahra Berserk. So, can you give me an honest answer? Oh, I was searching for an ex-Muslim about Iran, this mandatory hijab thing, the protest. Uh, Unfortunately, they've lost young Girls now, Quran, Quranic reasoning is very shallow. I see, yeah. And isn't it unreasonable also? Yeah, very shallow, that's true. But the Muslims say Allah, reasoning of Allah is the best. Yeah, very good. Quran's reasoning is very shallow. Can you give us an example? And the thing is, I'm forgetting what I wanted to ask I wanted help from on my first channel uh, on live stream. You see, they're saying that we shouldn't. Another reason for not doing this would be that we're giving the West, politically and also the power. So they will be happy to see that many the Muslims leaving Islam and they're not being killed or they're saving themselves, and this is what is happening in Iran is very disappointing. Okay, yes, why? Yes, and there's a fear, of Americans exploiting the situation, the West. Whereas, do they really care, or they're just making too much out of it? Why is it disappointing for you that the leaders? I would say it's disappointing because the Iranian Shia leaders did not listen, do not listen to every petition which comes to them. And that's why the Muslim ladies, also the hijabis, had to come out, I think, some of them, protesting against these Iranian hijab guards, or what do you call them? Hijab police. Oops. Why is it disappointing? Can you please share? So the Quran reasoning is very shallow, and what is happening in Iran is very disappointing. Sorry I have to trouble you this way, that you have to write here, and it's easier to talk. I wish I could have invited you, but I don't know how to send a stream. So I apologize again and again and deeply for you to, it must be really difficult in the to comment, and then we could have this misunderstanding also, not properly understand when someone is commenting. Definitely, the Quran reasoning is shallow, very shallow. And especially like here, when you see the reasons against, for an example here. So thank you for your help. Like, thank you so much for your feedback. See, ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali says that Quranic reasoning is very shallow. I can't even bring this on my screen. Can I show this on my screen? No. I have only two actions here: to report it or to block it. Sorry, I don't mean to do that. Uh, you see, look at the reasons here for the disbelievers or polytheists taking intercessors with Allah. And you see, it even says with Allah here in this translation. These are our intercessors with Allah. Say, do you inform Allah of something He does not know in the heavens or on the earth? Now, what if they applied Surah Dhariyat on this? Yes, and it's very, very sad that the religious scholars would have wouldn't be listening and would give them bullets, and some of them are tortured. And oh, this we never thought this was Islam, anyways, right? Let alone Shia Islam. So you see, on the earth are signs for those of a short faith. So from the earth, the dust they use, Mullah is real Allah. Yes, it's such a shame. No, no, yeah, they are in authority, you see. So they misuse the, yeah, the absolute Imam Ali. Oh, okay, there's a saying of Imam Ali that absolute, what do you call it, rule, absolute, what is it? Corrupts. Absolute power corrupts. On the earth are signs for those of a short faith. So if they call this earth Mother Earth, where did you get that? Well, we meditated for years, we listened, and how we listen. You see, in the Quran, we're told that even if you've listened to my live stream on the first channel, but you must may not have known about it, the Spirit's knowledge we have given you but little. But some Muslims may say Allah's knowledge, knowing Allah is enough. You just, but Shaitan's knowledge so much. Your own spirit's knowledge you but little. But it's, what is a human? First, you are a spirit. As they say, the Western people also say this. Prophet was ex Muslim Shaukat Ali. Prophet were revealing verses to fulfill his worldly desires. I guess so. Power. Yes, to get money from the spoils of war. Yes, worldly desire. And do you know of Imam Hussein going for sacrifice? That was no sacrifice, as we are told by the Shias. They finally got the grandson of Prophet Muhammad because Yazid had to be prepared for that. Because Abu Sufyan couldn't get Prophet Muhammad. Muawiyah couldn't get Imam Ali. So, yeah, prophets were revealing, even in the Bible, I feel these prophets, I don't know what they are. They can't take sun worshippers. And so, or the sun, they say the sun worshippers couldn't take the prophets, some lady who was worshipping sun, the sun, was it Isabel, was killing, uh, was it, who was killing Isabel in the Bible? Was killing prophets. These are just, God knows what. Sorry, not Isabel, Jezebel, the woman of fierce energy, Britannica, Encyclopedia Britannica, thank you. A woman of fierce energy, she tried to destroy those who opposed her. Most of the prophets of Yahweh were killed at her command. What does the Quran say? That you killed your. It tells the Jews that they killed their own prophets. Just because perhaps they got Jesus Christ killed, that Quran also uses against the Jews. But not only that, but what it uses against, so it was Jezebel, not Isabel. And then the Quran says, you killed your own prophets, blaming it on the Jews. The Jews did not kill their own prophets. The Bible doesn't say this. So how to save humanity? Or should I be that worried and concerned for the Muslims? But one thing is that uh, Iran should remove this mandatory hijab and let their people, women, have a choice. What do you say about this? I think Iran should become free from Islam, and no one can challenge the Islamic Republic. Dare challenge. Is this a good thing? No academic, no free writer. There's no free writer in Iran. They left or they were killed, some of them by Khomeini. Free writers, Azadi, about freedom. You can have dissenting views. Why are you so scared of these dissenting viewers and writers? Islam has made Muslims cowards, I tell you. So I'm going to be very blunt and very straight, very frank with you. Now I feel that Muslims are cowards. They have to kill people. If someone doesn't agree to their religion or someone changes their religion, don't blaspheme Prophet Muhammad. If someone says anything, a foreigner against Prophet Muhammad, he can be killed by a Muslim. If someone leaves this religion, if someone in Iran, let's say Iran was a Zoroastrian country. Where about those who want to be judged by their own law instead of the law of Allah? Where's that verse which says that the Jews killed their own? Okay, I can't. Now I'm in onto prophets were revealing verses to fulfill his own worldly desires. Ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali writes. So yes, but you see, they did it in such a way. They used Allah. Zahra sister, how many years ago you left the Islam? Oh, I think I'd left it some 8, maybe 7 years ago. Not sure. I think tentatively, uh, can't remember actually how many years ago. Um I realized that I'm not a Muslim anymore. uh, so I think it was some 7 to be on the safe side. Let's say 7, but I think it's more than 7. I wasn't really practicing. I had a mental condition and all. So I was not praying, not able to pray namaz and all this. or fast. So, and finally, you know, but still stuck on this religion is terrible, very painful, very shocking. I haven't come out of the shock, but that I've left this religion because I think my own emotional mental state condition due to that I'm 54 years old, brother. So ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali asks, "How old are you, sister?" I'm 54 years old. Okay, and um, I wish you can help me, ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali. Please, I'd be so honored if you also, because your feedbacks here are really helping me, and I hope they will remain here. Ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali says Quran reasoning is very shallow. I'll just read it again what he's written here. Ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali writes, "What is happening in Iran is very disappointing," but no other comment about it. Ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali says, "Mullah is real Allah." Oh, that says it all. Mullah is real Allah, and the real Allah. No, no, you know, Allah has not even come to help us. It's okay, sister. Okay, thank you, Prophet. Uh, how are you doing now without Islam? Do you sometimes feel you need some help or anything, or do you feel that after being free, do you feel free from all this cults and that we were betrayed? So, how do you feel now? Light, better? You feel at least you left a lie behind. If not free from the world, at least free from this false religion, right? That kind of freedom. And so it's a big step, and I must salute you for this. I'm enjoying with my spiritualism. Oh, that's great. So, spiritualism has helped you, and you are enjoying. Yeah, so it must have helped you. Don't you think that people of Iran, like in the Muslim world, they've closed the minds of people? They don't have the freedom to search. And reading the Quran with that fear in them or guilt or anything of that sort would not bring them to the true, you know, to the truth. But sometimes I feel alone because my family left me, even my wife. This is extremely serious. Left me. Oh my God. Oh, okay. So you feel alone. I'm really sorry to hear this, really saddened. I'm also shocked to hear that your family left. So you must have had like children, mother, father, parents, uncles, brothers, sisters. So your whole family left you. This is what is sad. So isn't it sad? Oh my God! So this is. I'm. I wish I could do a live stream with you. Can I not come? Can you not? Can we not come live? Can I not come live stream? with on your channel, your family left you. Here we need, okay, I'm here. They tried to even kill me. Oh, oh, oh my God, this serious. Where? So just don't tell me where you are, but I just, so you're not safe. Where are you in a safe, like, are you safe from them now, or they even try to kill you? So oh my God, I have a headache. Xmas, sorry, I'll just take a headache pill. It's okay. But I'm here. Uh, so, ooh. Yes, so, on other people's channels, ex-Muslim, I've heard this, and I've heard this from ex-Muslims. They're a family, and I've always been like really saddened to hear this, but that the at least they had someone when they were on live stream with someone like ex Muslim Abdullah Samir, ex friendly Muslim, and some other apostate prophet help. So there is Haris Sultan, and there's Ghalib Kamal. If they do both English and Urdu. So how did you like you ex Muslim Spartacus? You know about ex Muslims? Yes, I am safe right now, but I always feel alone. Okay, so how long can you stay here with me on this live stream? Okay, whenever you feel alone or something, just think that you're not alone. We are here. Ex Muslims are here. We are here for you. We are, we're suffering too the same thing. I sometimes feel like so alone, completely godless, although I'm into spirituality and I believe there's a power, a divine, but I believe I don't know how to have access to him. I couldn't find it through meditation, Hindu way. So um, uh, you could, I just think think of us, right? We are with you. How can you feel alone? We are with you. I'm truly an ex-Muslim. I'm not faking it, and I won't be going back to Islam. And the thing is that so just a minute, I am getting up to get something. Uh, but you can hear me. So there will be this plastic paper sound. Sorry. Oops. Yeah. So there's also ex-Muslim Spartacus. So if you want, and Haris Sultan, I heard, also helped Spartacus, ex-Muslim. And are you okay with your financial? You have financial help too? Shukriya, sister. Acha, you're from Pakistan? or an Indian Muslim, ex-Muslim. No, no, don't thank me for. It's like it's a duty. It's a responsibility. So I'm really saddened to hear this that your family wanted to kill you, ex-Muslim. You know what Spartacus went through? Ex-Muslim Spartacus. The way the family, his mother wanted to kill him or something, and he was out in the nowhere land and started to have birds like raw birds or something in that wherever he was in part of Pakistan or somewhere, you know. So let me see if I have stopped following. Uh, you can also join, subscribe to ex-Muslim Spartacus's channel. I think he is still on. Let me just see. So please don't thank me. It's such a honor. I hope you feel better and not so lonely. Ex, but of course you're going to feel lonely. Hope God embraces you. And I know the times when you feel so dejected, ex Muslims, you're like wondering, why am I doing this? No, no, the Muslims have won. Yes, there he is, ex Muslim Spartacus. He's there. Do you know about ex Muslim Spartacus? Sorry, I just left the. So, do you think if you share something here for the time being, I can help you? Anything you would like to share here, I will read it out, and you know, so I would be so grateful if you shared something. Ex Muslim Spartacus is deceiver. Really? Oh my goodness. No, no, I didn't know about this. I was hearing some things against, there was this whole ex Muslim thing going on. Groups divided, ex Muslim groups. Oh, ex Muslim Spartacus is a deceiver. So, oh, so sorry. Yes, I had heard that he was talking against someone, a lady. Yes, he deceived an Indian girl. Yes, uh, or an Afghani ex-Muslim, an Indian girl. He deceived Sarah of Farah Khan, Indian ex-Muslim girl, or another one. Oh my God, this is unacceptable. So you see, this is what I was worried about. So you know who got it from me? The uh, Aladdin apostate. So he took money from that Indian girl and ran away. He took money from an Indian girl and he ran. Oh, no, then I don't know this Indian girl. So you know the inside story, and so you know who is true and who is false. Is this story true? He has not been doing live streaming since long. I see. Okay, I didn't see. I didn't notice that. I didn't check that. Uh, I had heard something from another group of ex-Muslims against him that he was talking to someone with this other ex-Muslim lady he had introduced, I think. And he was very close to Haris Sultan. He took money. Look at what we have to, face here. A deceiving ex-Muslim, a deceiver, although he's an ex-Muslim, right? Or is he just a deceiver? You mean to say he's a fake ex-Muslim? You can check his YouTube. Yes. Oh, yes, I didn't see that. I just saw that his channel is there and the videos. So those must be old videos. He doesn't do live streaming. Okay. And, okay. So this is sad, shocking. So his whole story about, meaning he used this to gain money. He was a cheater. Oh, so that, okay. Anything else you would really don't know who to trust on YouTube? That's why sometimes I have to. Haris Sultan's brother-in-law is in Pakistani army. Yes, I long time ago. Thank you for this information. I had started to also doubt Haris Sultan and think maybe he's an ISI because the way he was against Hindus, uh, and the things he used to say, and the way I tested him, and he had the influence he's had on Pakistanis, so they know how to talk and all this. But I had this feeling that he knows some very high position people in Pakistan. Pakistani sister name is Hina Sultan. I see. And he's Sul- Haris Sultan's brother-in-law is in Pakistani army. Acha, and his sister's name is Hina Sultan, married to the person in Pakistani army. So I felt he had some information, inside information, and he was being helped, by his own fellow Pakistanis. Hina Sultan is Pakistani news anchor. I see, yeah. So all that information coming to Haris Sultan, uh, and Punjabis, so he's a Punjabi, right? Yes, very right. That's why he has so many followers and so much influence. And I really felt that he was from ISI. Forget that his brother-in-law is in Pakistani army. They are propagandists. Okay. Hmm. So my feelings, and the signs. Yes, he belongs to the. He's from Lahore. Ah, so it's true. Like I was in this doldrum, right? That maybe I'm wrong. Why am I attacking him? And why am I thinking so wrongly about him? I didn't trust in my feelings. And I would, but I would still make videos against him and say, please be careful. Har Sultan could be this, a fake ex-Muslim, or maybe the Pakistani army or someone in the ISI has realized that something about Islam. So maybe he's not a, or maybe he's an fake ex. Is he a fake ex-Muslim or is just a propagandist against Indian Hindus and a hypocrite? But the problem is that this he's with and Gulzar Elia backs him a lot, and also Ghalib Kamal, and they had Richard. They had an interview or something. I didn't go there some time ago, 2 years ago or something. Richard Dawkins, he is a fake ex-Muslim. He's a fake ex-Muslim. That's why you see from him, Gulzar is also fake. Gulzar is Elia Gulzar is also fake ex-Muslim. Yes, I was getting these signs from them, and I thought maybe I'm wrong. Oh God, who to trust? So we have a set of deceivers, fake ex-Muslims. Thank you, brother. I did. I got a very huge sign from Haris Sultan. They abuse Hindu all time. Yes, they abuse Hindus all time. Now, so what I was saying to them is that you have you know, you have these people in high position, you have the backing, you have the proof on YouTube against Hindus. Why don't you send it to the High Court? Maybe the Hindus will take these things where Tunis and uh, what is that? The Hindus killing Muslims. So, so this is something. They abuse Hindus all the time. Yes, but Haris Sultan says he's a. You see, the one thing about Hindu, the Sanatan Dharmis, they say that if you're not a true ex-Muslim, you haven't left Islam. If you don't join Sanatan Dharma. Another thing about Hindus is that I was getting signs, God knows, that I'm Radha Rani, and I don't see Hindus accepting that I'm Radharani. So although I don't believe in anymore Hindu religion, I was following this person, this guru, master. He's on his live stream. He said that you know I thought he was communicating with me. He said that those who think I'm communicating with them and all this, um, they think they are ungrounded. So, of course, due to my condition, I, even through meditation, I have not been able to ground myself, like be humble or something, right? And completely flush out my ego because I get angry on righteousness and justice and whatever, but that's self righteousness, anger. So that's also wrong, right? I also judge myself strongly. Okay, then he said that they think they are, they are they have a superiority complex meaning. So from that day on, I've tried to ignore him. I've unsubscribed to his channel and all this. And but I'm not that Pakistani against Hindus because as a Shia, I heard that Hindus in India were protecting our Julus processions. So, and I cannot say what I'm not a Pakistani by by passport. Also, I've just been brought up in Pakistan. So my father was not a Pakistani, right? He's not a Pakistani, but brought up in Pakistan. So I'm not a what do you call it? A dushman. I'm not an enemy of Hindus. But I don't believe in the way the Sanatan Dharma were going on. And I went to one Sanatan Dharma channel, and anyways, now ex-Muslim Shaukat Ali, sorry, I have to put this off, and I will come back. When can I come back? Quickly, please. Uh, and please, I wish they are Tuni slur word to insult Hindus. I see. Okay, sorry, I don't mean to use that, but the Gulzar Elia and her, I think I heard her, Gulzar Elia use that in his live stream against Hindus. Okay, I don't mean bad for Hindus, but I'm after the truth and the truth alone. And I wish India the best also. And so I have to go. I'll please join my live stream. I mean, please come on this first channel of mine. And I wish you the best of life. I wish you courage. I wish you God's help to overcome this loneliness. And just, you know, I hope God gives you strength and God gives you the best of company. Thank you so much.